As a 10-year-old, did you understand it was Elvis? As we
Not
know
really.
Elvis?
I
Not really?
didn't,
You're just like that, whatever.
I knew of Elvis Presley, but I didn't know anything about him. But it was my first brush with real celebrity, and it was by far the greatest thing I ever saw in terms of that. Because when he came on the set, literally 2,000 or 3,000 women just lit out on his car. They had to peel out and come in a different way. I never saw that again. But it was Elvis, you know.
I saw that one time. I grew up as a caddy, and Joe Namath came by one day to play golf. Same thing. The women lost their minds. I've never
3,000 women were out watching the golf tournament. Please.
No.
It wasn't 3,000. Really think I'm going to buy that?
No.
Yeah, it was just like Elvis. I love you, Joe, but
Yeah. It was two fat girls with a football for their husband. Did you sign this?
Exactly.
I'm not. Funny, I prefer. It's not that it matters what I prefer, but of the two Elvises, they talked about the stamp. I prefer the heavier Elvis because there was something about that said something about his ability to attract women. Is the fact that they still wanted him when he was bloated and didn't look good.
No. That's when the machine's working for you, babe.
Well, that's something.
Okay. The machine had been at work for a long time. He could have thrown a jumpsuit out there on strings and jerked it around, and they would have done the same thing. Which is exactly what he understood, which probably kind of messed him up a little bit.
How does it work as actors when they chain you together like that? Does Quentin go, all right, you guys could separate for lunch, or is it part of the process where he wants to keep you guys chained as long as possible on set? Is that a good question?
They're looking at each other incredulously, like, did he just ask us that? We don't know how to respond.
Is that a good question?
That was a good reveal. Before you guys came in, we were talking about One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest and how in the movie, Chief talking and hearing and being there is such a reveal, but in the book, that's the way the book starts, and it seems to work better in the film. But the book is told from Chief's perspective, so there's no reveal in the book.
I'm totally lost. Chief?
Oh, from One Flew Over the Cuckoo. I don't know why I'm talking. My mother does that a lot. Like she'll just pick up a conversation an hour later.
Chief just got in
Sorry.
there. And I said, I thought I missed the word, but you said it again, and I thought,
we're talking about reveals in Cuckoo's Nest. We were just said this had zero tie. I just heard the word reveal, and I'm like, I have something I can say, and I just tied it in.
Yeah, he wasn't supposed to hear.
You reacted appropriately to a stupid question.
He wasn't supposed to hear or talk, and then is it about halfway through the film almost?
It's about halfway through the film, but Kurt's reaction was appropriate, which is why is this asshole mentioning a 1975 film. No one's disagreeing with you. You're 100% right. I should shut my fucking fat face. Now the Hateful Eight is coming out soon.
Now that the interview is just about done, what was the worst part of this? Who had the stupidest question? Come on, let's do this. Was it the Joe Namath?
He wins. I'm giving it to the Chief.
I'm
still lost on the Chief.
Yeah, understandable. That was a terrible question. Joe Namath was an awful point. I made a terrible question.